Buongiorno tutti. Good morning, everyone from Venice, Italy here. This is part 4 of my series of my journey and why I chose to move to Italy. And if you're just joining us now and this is the first episode you've seen, there's 3 preceding ones where I explain the whole journey to give you context. Many of you were asking why, my story, my history, and why we decided, my daughter and I, Ellie, to move to Italy. So I thought it'd be a great idea to share with you the journey so you fully understand it, because it's a span of many years and several decades here. But look at this beautiful spot. I'm in the Rialto Market in a quiet spot because right now it's very busy in Venice, but this is one of my favorite places to escape here and take a look. Here's the Grand Canal. There's some great little bars, wine bars, and Baccari, which is the Venetian wine bar. You get a bite and a snack here. So I'll take you through the market and show you some more sights on the way here. I wanted to let you know too that many of you have been asking for places in Venice, hotels, restaurants, my favorite spots, and that we are diligently working on that for you. And we'll post it in my Substack very soon. Once we do, we'll announce it. Also, Venice is our home base, and we'll be traveling to other regions. And we're making plans, and we're going up to the mountains in Alto Adige in August for a few weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll be visiting winemakers, farms, great restaurants, agriturismos, and we're really excited about it. It's so beautiful up there. It's magical. It's a completely different cuisine. I think you're really going to like it. We left off at the last conversation. I said that life isn't a straight line. At least mine wasn't, and eventually it caught up with me. Let me explain what that means. And businesses didn't always work, and I had to rebuild more than once. So there's quite a bit here. Relationships ended, I lost things, and my life was in a period of chaos, and I was willfully blind to what was happening around me. I believed that if I had the sunk cost fallacy, and I built so much, and I'd worked so hard, and that it couldn't all be falling apart. And I was taught, and I had the mindset that if I just worked harder and did more and manipulated people, situations, outcomes, forcing things, that it would be better, it would get better, and it didn't. And I've learned since those experiences, that anything's forced creates chaos, and it can never be long lasting. So I was literally, felt like I was plugging holes in the dam. I didn't have enough limbs or fingers, and every time I plugged a hole, 5 more would sprout from it. It was quite a period. There was even a point where I had to file personal bankruptcy. In retrospect, it's always wiser to know when to fold your hand, but I had to play all my chips. At that time, it felt truly devastating, and I look back at that period with such great reverence, because failure taught me more than success ever could, and I wouldn't change it. And I honestly feel that in any difficult moments or periods of my life, and that was one of the bigger ones, that I knew was deeper meaning behind it. And I knew that every time it had happened prior, that the end was something I would learn from, that I would benefit from, and that there was always a beautiful ending. And when I'm in situations like that, it's hard to see that. So you ask a lot of questions. Right? Why is this happening to me? You start praying to God, and you want to find your way out of it. So that's what I know. That's what I've learned in my experiences. And I also learned that when you hit rock bottom, it's not the end. It's the reset. So here we are in the Rialto market. It's a little eerie. It's closed right now, Sunday. See this? I'll show you some more beautiful water picks up here. So in 2016, my daughter and Ellie and I, we decided to leave the East Coast. And I said, let's go to Las Vegas and start our lives over again. And that's what we did. So Ellie started high school. She was in 9th grade. I started another chapter in my life. And I reconnected with Steve Wynn for a period. And then I started my own business again. It was, I had to reinvent myself. I'd done it before. And I had confidence that I can do it again. And honestly, I didn't have a choice. It's just what it was. It was just the reality of it. So I, little by little, my life came back together. My consulting business grew more than I could ever have dreamed of, and I had the privilege of working with such wonderful people, and I had the best clients in my career. It was just it was a great ending to that period of my life. Look at this part here. Let me show you. This is the fish market closed. Beautiful, isn't it? It's almost aperitivo hour. So Ellie and I are going to have a spritz out here at one of these spots soon. So let's fast forward to 2025, which was just last year. And from the outside, it probably looked like everything had come together for me. But what no one else could see, and I started to realize that something inside me had changed. And success wasn't the problem. It's just my heart was not into what I was doing any longer. I didn't want to do it. It was not fulfilling. And it was such a contrast, because I would say to myself, how can this be? Look what you're doing. Look at the seemingly success you've created. But my soul, I could feel my soul calling out to me for more. So, and that feeling, that tug, was the result. That feeling would end up taking Ellie and I on the biggest journey and adventure of our lives. And I'll tell you about that tomorrow in part 5, which should be the final chapter here. Love and blessings to you all. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to go have a spritz with Ellie. Take care. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you.